This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fights on Our Kings Competitions. Delighted to join with Dillian Whyte here in London. Fight week, Ebeneezer Tetteh in Gibraltar on Sunday. But before we do get into that, how's things, mate? How are you?
Oh, good, bro. Everything is good. Everything is good. Back and comeback trail and doing some positive stuff. Yeah, man. Oh, good, bro.
Absolutely. I'm sure excited to be back out there. Just one in before the end of the year, before Christmas. Yeah, I guess how good is it to not only be back in the ring, but be back in Gibraltar as well? Some good memories there for you.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. You know, this is a quick turnaround, obviously. We need to get out one more time this year to set up some big fights next year. Gibraltar is good, you know. I know all the people in there. I know some of the government. I know Prime Minister. I got good friends there and stuff. And it, like I said, COVID was a tough time for boxing. We managed to get some fans there and got revenge against Povetkin. So yeah, it was good, man. It's great, and I can't wait to go back again, man.
For yourself, how important is it to get that one in before? I know everyone always, you always talk to everyone and they always say, one in before the end of the year. How important is that for you? Which is, if you look back, ultimately it's been a frustrating year for yourself. Yes, how important is it that you do have that one fight which sets the tone for a big 25?
No, it's been good because I've had 2 training camps this year. One of them was purely to get in shape, to get mentally in shape more than physically. This one, more to get in more physical shape, and then set up for next year to get into an even better shape physically and mentally. So it sets up, come back, you have to do it in stages. You can't just try and do everything at once. That's why these guys have combat fights. They're combat fights for a reason. You fight your way into shape. So it was very, very important to come back here to have this one. I'm closer to get myself into that, that A-class condition.
Yeah, because obviously there was the hammer fight, and I spoke to you after that fight, and you did share a bit of frustration of because it's you had that sort of that comeback, that camp comeback, and then basically quit. To be fair, so yeah, was there sort of some frustrations that that you've got to fight because of how sort of disappointing that one was?
I was just angry in the hammer fight. I was going through a lot of dark times and trials and tribulations. I was just angry. I didn't try to box. I used my jab. I was just angry. I wanted to fight. I was in kill mode. I just wanted to. I was in there just doing madness, just trying to get him out of there. We're not setting nothing up. I was just angry, man. So that fight, it's important for me now to go and enjoy the moment a little bit, box a little bit, get a little bit of technique going, see some punches coming back and stuff, and start, to get that rhythm,
Yeah. Definitely, and I guess for yourself, Dillian, you've been in big fights for so many years now, and you've been sort of a statement in the heavyweight division. You've been a long contender, and you look at sort of the recent years, especially after 2022, and obviously the fallout of the AJ fight. How frustrating has it been to see the heavyweight division moving and you not be a part of that in a way?
Honestly, it's been very frustrating, very disheartening, and very stressful. But I knew I didn't do anything wrong, and I knew it was a matter of time before I come back. Obviously, I knew I had to come back and just push forward. So I knew it was, it was very hard, man. It was very, very hard, very, very tough mentally more than anything else. Mentally. But I knew that, I didn't do anything wrong. I just have to keep to the path the best I can, and I'll be back. And here we are.
Do you feel like now it's a case of making up for lost time then?
No. I don't try to make up for lost time because it's lost. The time is lost, and you can't make it up. Now it's just a case of pushing forward and being a better me and doing things better and learning from my mistake and try and be better than I was last time.
I guess for yourself though, whilst as you say there must be some mental frustrations, arguably at this time as a heavyweight, there's sort of the best time to be. You see sort of great fights, especially look in the future of Parker Dubois, Jean Caballel, and things like that. Before sort of the AJ fight was obviously the pre-Saudi era. Now you do see the Saudi involved. You must look at that and think, getting back into the swing of things and getting back into a good time to be a heavyweight.
It's always been a good time to be a heavyweight. Heavyweight is the premier division, but now it's amazing time because His Excellency Turkey Sheikh's doing a great job. He's making fantasy fights happen. Anything that the fans want that sounds good and the fans make enough noise about it, it's amazing. He makes it happen. He forced these promoters to work together. He forced these fighters to take fights that they don't want to take. If he was around when I was in the fight the entire world and I was manager, that fight would have definitely happened. It's just a shame. But yeah, it's amazing time. Like I said, once again, thank to Turkey Sheikh, His Excellency.
And I guess another thing I did want to ask you, and you look at your undercard as well, guys like Thomas Carty, and many other fighters that you've helped out throughout the years. Through your success, you've allowed and had the platform to allow others to have success as well, like Thomas Carty, who's obviously on the undercard. He's been on a couple of undercards of yourself now. When you do see sort of you creating that opportunity and guess giving back, how good is that for you and how important is that for you?
It's good. I understand that someone has to bleed for others to eat, man. It's a normal part of life. Someone has to sacrifice others to eat, you know what I mean? And I just try and just do the best I can, I got like 3 or 4 fighters on the card. We have Mike Perez on the card, you know what I mean? Who was also a top guy people forget about as well. He's on the card. So yeah, it's been amazing, man.
Definitely. And as we say there, talking about the heavyweight division and the best time to be a heavyweight. So really the future is in 2025 that you do want to be in big fights.
Yeah, I just want a seat back at the table, man. I don't want no handout. I want a seat back at the table, a chance to rip my way back into title contention again.
Yeah. Well, I guess want to talk about a few names potentially that you're going to be linked with. Obviously, we do see Derek Chisora fighting Otto Wallin, and you've always talked about the trilogy between yourself, and he wants to get to 50 fights. Do you think it'd be fitting to potentially sort of share that 50th fight, his last fight, because of you shared 2 great fights, and I guess his final one potentially being against yourself?
I always look forward to fighting Derek Chisora, but it's stupid of him taking a Wallin fight because Wallin's just going to mess him around, move around and outbox him and make it negative. Wallin's not going to stand in front of him like Joe Joyce. Wallin's not gonna try and mix it, creating a chemistry with him. Wallin's just gonna be awkward. Remember, Wallin's just come up with a vicious knockout from AJ, so he's gonna think, nah, I don't fancy getting knocked out again. No, I'm gonna pick up this victory and move on to a bigger money fight. That's what he's gonna do.
Definitely, but I guess another name I did also want to sort of mention, and he's sort of talked your name a few times, but especially when he was a cruiserweight. But Lawrence Okolie obviously made his heavyweight debut. I don't know what you made of the heavyweight debut, or even sort of entertain a potential fight against Okolie. We know that there's sort of that semi-bad blood there, but it would make a good fight. I don't know if you sort of care to watch his heavyweight debut or was impressed with what you saw.
There's nothing semi about me, first of all, but listen, Lawrence Okolie just talks a lot. Him and Joe Gallagher, they both need a shower. They look very stink. They both need a shower. They need to just... Mate, he keeps saying he wants to fight me. I agree. He don't want to fight. Then he said, oh, he don't want to fight me because I'm not... Listen, these guys waste my time. I've agreed to fight Lawrence Okolie ages ago. Nothing happened. Let's see if it happens. I'm not going to waste my time and energy with these guys, man. I just need to focus on being active and fight people who want to fight. I ain't got time for these guys, I don't know where the hell they find that guy with an 18-1 record, boy. I'd love to fight an opponent like that.
Yeah. So I guess was there anything impressive with what you saw from Okolie?
No, he done what he always done. He done his thing. He held the guy a few times, but he punched a bit more on the inside this time, and he set up the straight right hand. That's what he's always done. There's nothing. He was a bit slower, and he just was a bit bigger. That's all it was. There wasn't anything. They said, it's new. I didn't see anything that... If anything, he just looked too heavy, to be honest. He just looked too heavy. I thought it would have been about 230, 240, but coming at 260 was crazy. He's not a naturally big guy. I don't know why he did that. Lawrence Okolie is I don't know. Him and Joe Gallagher, they're away with the fairies, man.
But for yourself, do you understand that could be a big fight? Would you consider that a big fight?
It depends. It depends. I don't know. Is it a big fight? I don't know. Maybe. I'm willing to fight. I don't care, man. Listen, all they gotta do is call me, talk business, and we can get it on. I'm not a hard person to negotiate, a hard person to fight. If you have interest, call me, make an offer, we look at it, and then we backward and forward, and then we get the fight on.
Absolutely. Well, I guess a week after your fight, there's obviously a big fight over in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk, the rematch. I guess a week away now from the fight, and obviously we've seen 6 months previous the first fight. How do you look at this fight? I guess a week away.
Mine are Usyk and Fury.
Usyk and Fury.
Yeah, they're more than a week away, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's next week. Yeah.
I just think it's a great fight, man. But it's a very hard fight for me to... I keep trying to think, how's this fight gonna go? Okay, Fury can make adjustment, but Usyk also can make adjustment. Yeah. It's a tough fight, man. It's a very, very tough fight for both men. Obviously, Me personally, my chance of Fury, if I was Fury's coach, I would tell him, listen, you need to be aggressive. Fight him like you fight Wilder the second time, and like you fight Steve Cunningham. You know, bring back that aggression and that bullying with your size and stuff like that. So,
do you think he can do that, or do you think like the legs are gone in a way?
I don't think his legs got nothing to do with it, because he fought those guys on the front foot. He didn't move about.
I mean, like the freshness of him being at, yeah.
It's very hard to say, man. It's heavyweight boxing. Look at Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. They said he was washed up, he was this, he was that. You know, look at Larry Holmes coming back at 40 and beating Ray Mercer and all of those guys, you know what I mean? So it's heavyweight boxing, man, you never know. Look at Wladrmir. Wladrmir was giving guys problem well into his 40s, you know? So it's heavyweight boxing. George Foreman knocking up Michael Moore when he was almost 50. You know, so you never know. You never know. It's heavyweight boxing, man.
You mentioned Wladrmir there. Potential, I guess there was sort of Turkey Al-Sheikh was talking about potentially him fighting the winner of Fury Usyk. I don't know if you saw. Well, obviously he wouldn't fight Usyk, but a Fury match. What do you make of that? Of potentially him coming out of retirement?
That's what I'm saying. Turkey Al-Sheikh is the man. If the fans fancy it, then he'll make it. You know, these are all exciting, fan-friendly fights, man. You know, they're fantasy fights. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you know, it's good. He just wants to put on spectacles for the people and good fights. So yeah, why not? Yeah.
And a last one from myself, and obviously the future of Anthony Joshua is always in a bit of sort of jeopardy at the moment, and yourself, your name's always going to be attached with him. Is there a burning desire to want to run that one back?
There's definitely a burning. I lost to him, so definitely a burning. The same like when he lost to me. There's a burning desire for him to get it back, and he got it back. So now it's my turn. But I don't think his future and career is in tatters. I don't think so. I think he's still massive potential, and he's still one of the best fighters around. You know, and he still beats a lot of guys. So he doesn't decide what he wants to do and plan and strategize, and that's why he's taking some time off. You know, obviously he didn't want to go straight back into the bar fight. He wanted to make some adjustments and heal his body and whatever. So he shows that he's still got a lot of ambition and a lot of drive and hunger.
Absolutely. Dillian, always a pleasure to see you, mate. Always good to speak to you. Appreciate taking the time. And yeah, all the best on Sunday, mate. Top man. Thank you, mate. Cheers.